Welcome back. From jerk chicken to oxtail, this next restaurant is a mouth-watering cross-cultural feast. Shayna Seymour has more.
Dorchester's Four Corners neighborhood could well be called Four Cultures, as its residents include families from Cape Verde, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, and Haiti.
I feel like it's really important for us to see all those backgrounds represented in restaurants, and that's definitely what Merle's Kitchen provides.
Merle's is a Jamaican takeout restaurant, and Shantae Romaine is its director of operations.
How did the restaurant get its name?
It's paying homage to the matriarch of our family, Merlene Rowland. So she was an amazing cook, and it really is paying homage to all the food she would cook for us and all the ways that she would nurture and care for us.
While Miss Merle has passed away, her son, owner, and chef, Chenille Walker, is keeping Mama's memory alive in the kitchen.
What defines Jamaican flavors?
Boldness. When you think about Jamaican flavors, Jamaican culture, you have to be authentic, you have to be bold, and that is definitely what you get when you come to eat at Merle's Kitchen.
Yes, ma'am. We get a first-hand view of those flavors as Shantae presents a spread of their biggest hits: fried shrimp, oxtail, and mac and cheese. But the one dish missing is the one I've heard the most about. So I had to ask for Merle's Jerk mac and cheese plate.
Wow, there's a little kick.
Yeah.
Because pasta is so good.
It's flavorful. It's creamy. It's not too heavy. That's what you need to feel that little kick.
This is the real deal right here.
Merle's Kitchen.
Merle's Kitchen, hello.
Thanks, Shayna. And Merle's Kitchen is part of transforming Boston's nightlife with their late-night food truck. Now, Boston's known for many things, but nightlife has not really been one of them to date. But the city is making an effort to reimagine what happens after dark. And joining us now is Corrine Reynolds. You are the Director of Nightlife Economy for the City of Boston.
That's correct.
What a title.
It's something. Huh?
Okay, so Corrine, which locations have been busiest so far? No, actually, let me back this up. This summer, the city has launched the late night food truck program.
Exactly.
How does it work and how's it going?
So a little bit of the history. So Mayor Michelle Wu started just food truck programs in general for the city of Boston 15 years ago when she worked for Mayor Menino. And so now this is kind of like the evolution of her work and the evolution of the late night just work that we're doing for the city. So we had a lottery. We said, hey, we're going to open up our streets for late night food truck vending, and come one, come all. We had 40 folks sign up for that lottery, and now we have 7 locations with 11 different restaurants that you can savor throughout the night, throughout the week.
So I'm so excited about this. So which locations have been busiest so far?
I would definitely say our busy locations are the one in the theater district, where we have a lot of nightclubs that are letting out. We also have a pretty popular one over in Clarendon and Boylston in the Copley Square area. And actually Merle's is over there on Saturday nights. I was there last weekend and I had their the oxtail loaded fries, and OMG, those were good.
OMG. So what other ways is the city trying to incorporate late night activities?
So when we're thinking about late night, we're thinking not just bars, restaurants, and nightclubs, but we're thinking about building community and giving folks opportunities to grow as their business, to thrive, to promote a better quality of life. And so what we're doing is we're providing the late night food trucks to help our nurses and our firefighters to have access to food. It also allows the businesses themselves, the food trucks, to have a new stream of income. We're also doing dance parties over on City Hall Plaza.
Is this Boston? Is this Boston?
It's Boston.
Okay.
You could watch a movie in your local park or take a fitness class in the local park after work. So we're pretty buzzing during the summer and in the fall.
I love it. So there's also been an effort to spread liquor licenses more equitably around the city. Why is that so important?
So we want to be an equitable city, and we want everyone to have access to the opportunities they need to build and grow their business. And what we saw was there was an equity issue in the access to liquor licenses in neighborhoods like Dorchester, Roxbury, Mattapan. And so the city advocated the state for us to get these new 225 liquor licenses, and most of them are location specific, and folks are signing up for them, and we're encouraging more folks to sign up and contact our office, and we can steward them through that process.
Now, I have to ask you about your job title.
Okay.
How do you prepare for a job as the Director of Nightlife Economy? Are you out all the time? What are some of the upsides, but what are some of the downsides?
I would say the upside is I get to meet and provide voice for folks who haven't seen themselves necessarily in government. So think of your DJs and your promoters and your wait staff and your barbacks. Like, they've never had a voice that can say, hey, I work for the government. How can I support you? So I love being that voice and uplifting their concerns, their needs, and bringing solutions to address those. The downside, I work, every day. I work every day. It's a 9 to 5 job just as much as it's a 5 to 9 or midnight or 3.
Right. It's not just 9 to 5. It's
Exactly.
also 5 to 9. So what are you hearing from folks when you're out in the evening?
What I'm hearing is that Boston is alive. I'm hearing that Boston is more diverse and we have more diverse offerings. I'm hearing that the city is thriving in neighborhoods such as the downtown area, but also in Dorchester. We have Sorrel and Lime, who just opened up a new function hall, and in Alston, Brighton. So the city has something for everyone in each corner.
All right, I love it. A new Boston.
It is.
Yep, staying up late, staying up after dark.
It's important.
It sure is. It sure is. So, Corrine Reynolds, thank you so much. You are the Boston Director of Nightlife Economy, and we want to thank you for joining us and for all the work that you are doing to bring our city alive.